There is a plan of attack on America by these satanic people that hate this nation.
Yeah, we're going to get into this. This is Shane Vaughn. He is a MAGA preacher that is furious right now over these indictments. And it is just hilarious to sit here and watch him completely melt down. So we got a couple videos we're going to cover. I'm the punk apostate. My name is Brentley, and here we go. Let's do this. Of all of the MAGA preachers I've seen, this guy is the clowniest. You know, well, I don't know. Greg Locke's pretty bad too. All right, look, he's one of the clowniest.
There are 3 areas that they have attacked. This is their strategy. Watch it carefully. Number 1.
Oh, and keep it. This was so funny. It's called Toto Explain. He calls himself Toto for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but he does.
Education. Number 2, entertainment. Number 3, the media. Number 1, take control of
the media and entertainment. How about that, huh? That's great. I bet he listens to country music and Western music. You know, he listens to both.
the
Styles.
Democrat Party. They've done it. Number 2, take control of federal bureaucracy. They've done it. Number 3, take control of the judiciary. Why do you think they're talking about stacking the court, the Supreme Court? Because this is the last part of their plan. They had a 3-part plan. The first 2 has been accomplished. The third one was stopped by Donald Trump. God raised him up to stop them taking the judiciary.
So Jack Smith is the one that is prosecuted.
Scary Jack Smith. Let me talk to you about Jack Smith. I want to prove to you how dumb Jack Smith is. Now,
first of all, what is this room? Holy shit! I mean, look at that mirror. Look at that. That looks like it's gonna start talking to you and tell you who's the fairest of all. Like, what is happening? Holy shit! Look at that fucking lamp. What is that? It's like a toadstool lamp. It's like there's gold. Like, what the fuck? Dude? It's like it looks like a normal house, but he's like, can we decorate it like palace? Just give me palace. Can we do that?
Admittedly, I am nothing more.
You got a grand piano back. I'm sorry. I know apostasy. I'm like, there's a grand piano, man. Jesus. What is this?
Neighborhood satirical professor of the Satirical Conservative College. So granted, I don't have the credentials that Jack Smith has. The only
Oh, wait. Well, that's good that he admits that right away, because he's about to be really stupid wrong. Like stupid wrong. And it's pretty funny.
credentials that I hold is being able to study the Constitution. Jack Smith is scary. Jack Smith was not hired to convict Donald Trump. He was not appointed to put Donald Trump in jail. That will never happen. He was appointed to intimidate Donald Trump and you. That's why he was appointed. He has no smarts whatsoever. And I'm about to prove that. Hang tight. You might want to share this because I'm going to show you what a dummy he is.
Why are you like, this is crazy. So this was happening during, I think, one of the big indictments, right? And he's so angry that he's like, no, I'm not even going to make it to the studio, dude. I'm going to walk around my fucking crazy decorated house, pacing as I go. And you'll see he'll start to fucking pace.
Jack's not all there. Jack went up the beanstalk, literally. It looks like he did. And while he was up there, he must not have gotten too great of a constitutional education.
Oh, but you did. You did.
Allow me to explain.
Good.
In Florida, when he indicted President Trump, he said something in the press conference that day. And I gave him a pass the first time because I figured it was a Freudian slip. Surely he can't be that dumb, I thought. What did he say? He said that he was going to press for a speedy trial, the right to a speedy trial. I let it go the first time, Jackie boy, I let you slide. But then yesterday in Washington, this dummy said once again that he was going to press for the right to a speedy trial. Jack.
He did. That's not what he said. He was saying that he would make sure that that Trump's right to a speedy trial was met. Like he's flipping it and making it sound like he's like, I have the right to this particular speed of a trial. Like I have the right to go a particular speed. Like we're crank this shit up, you know, hit the nitrous on the trial speed. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Jack, did you not learn in law school that there is no such thing as a speedy trial for the government? There is no right to a speedy trial for the prosecutor. The right to a speedy trial belongs to the defendant.
Right.
Are you that?
That's literally what he was saying.
I mean, I literally, now look, I'm just an humble neighborhood professor.
I'm glad
but
you admit
I
it.
know that the government has no rights. The government has power to prosecute. Rights are for the citizens. Rights are for the defendants. So this is twice he
So you
said.
got to think, like, right now, you know, this Jack Smith is coming out and really bringing, you know, hammering down these indictments on Trump, you know, and they're landing. You know, this is hitting Trump like it's like he's going to be held responsible in one way or another, right? So that's cool. I don't know as if he'll go to jail or whatever, but he's definitely being held more responsible than he ever has in his entire life, you know. And just according to I like this show, The Daily Beans. Allison Gill is or AG as she goes by. And she's a punker too. She grew up as a punker, so that's cool. She does the Mueller She Wrote podcast too, I think, and something called like Jack or something. I can't remember, but yeah, she's awesome. Well, she was saying like he's gonna be held responsible in one way or another. It's either like do the time or be running from the law for the rest of your life kind of thing. So people like this dude are losing it because they can see that, because I mean, you know, we look at how history has played this out. Every single time anything has come up and we thought the left or the Democrats or whatever thought, oh, this is it. He's gone too far this time. And he's wiggled right out. And they were all like, ha ha, see, it's a witch hunt. You guys are just, you know, attacking a political adversary or whatever the fuck, right? And now it's actually not working anymore. Now it's actually, oh no, he's legally stuck. He's like, you know, was able to wiggle out of this shit enough times, but now the snake is about to swallow, you know? He's it's got him by the toe again. And now it's going to start to unhook its jaw and slowly swallow him. I hope you are all thinking of that image right now. That is very important to me. Just think swallowed by a snake, Trump. It's delightful, you know.
Pressing for the right to a speedy trial. Now, the defendant has a right to a speedy trial, and the defendant gives up that right if they want to. How do they give it up? By filing a motion. The moment you file a motion, the clock on the speedy trial comes to a close, dummy. Jack Smith, you're mean, you're ugly.
You're mean, you're ugly. You dress stupid too. Yeah. And your face is like, it's ugly. I already said you're ugly. It's like, I can't even satirize this.
You're scary. You look like
Jesus.
you come from the Vampire Diaries. You definitely didn't come from
Well, you're not allowed to watch the Vampire Diaries, man. That's You know, that show's about, you know, stuff that's woke, right? And it's pretty woke. That's a woke one.
Law club or a law school or anywhere that knows the basics of the law, the government has no right to a speedy trial, dummy.
He never fucking said that, dummy.
I mean, you know what? The man's giving me hope.
Stupid.
If he's that dumb, thank God he's the prosecutor.
They'll get
A
really
while
angry.
ago, I was talking to a Democrat on the telephone. And this Democrat, I pointed out how dumb Jack Smith is.
Oh, now he's going
And
to
they
start
said,
pacing.
oh, no, surely he's not that dumb. Let's Google it. I said, let's do. And they went to Googling and they went to searching and they went to looking. They typed in, does the government have a right to a speedy trial?
But that's, yeah, of course. If you Google that, wow, you're talking, of course, the Democrat that you're talking to is an idiot. But yeah, if you Google that, of course, like everybody already knows this. That's not what he meant at all. He was saying that he was going to push for Trump's right to a speedy trial. That's all he was saying. Like, basically, in other words, we're going to try to move this along quickly. That's it. I looked up a bunch of clips to try to figure out what the fuck he was talking about. And he did say, but he said Trump's right. He said his right to a speedy trial. He wasn't saying my right to a speedy trial. That makes no sense.
What did Jack Smith mean when he said he had a right to a speedy trial? And I sit and I listened. I said, keep searching, keep Googling, keep looking, because I understand the Constitution. I know the rights are not for the government. The prosecutor has no rights. Rights is to protect the accused. So if you arrest me, you can't throw me in jail for 20 years and throw away the key. You've got habeas corpus, which means you have to get me before a judge within 180 days. And I think in a federal court, it's 100 days.
It's crazy that he goes to learn this much stuff while missing the fundamental points. You know, like he misses something. So he's like a conspiracy theorist. Like, this is what conspiracy theorists do. They make a simple mistake early on in their reasoning and then follow it out logically, right? And then keep going, you know, and it's like, no, you didn't realize that the thing back there that is guiding all of this reasoning was mistaken, you know, and you're just kind of following that reasoning out, not realizing that you missed a huge point back there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm simply your humble neighborhood professor from a satirical college that doesn't exist.
Then you're not a professor of anything. Stop talking about that. Like, stop saying you're a professor then, man.
And I'm smarter.
This is like me calling myself a doctor of punk rock or some shit. I have got my doctorate from Punk Rock University. Boom. What? Like,
than that dummy prosecuting my president. There is no
my
such
president.
thing.
Oh, this poor guy. He's talking it. He's doing it to my president. It's mine. He's mine. It's like, this is so weird.
He has a right to a speedy trial for the prosecutor. I mean, honestly, folks,
Oh, and he's got the Fox News.
Jack Smith
He's literally got the Laura Ingraham on the TV right there.
is a
Of
dummy.
course.
He was
bet
not
you-
appointed.
Oh, how much you want to bet this was something that they said that they misrepresented on Fox News or something? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to tell you again, he was not appointed to put Trump in jail. That will never happen. I said that will never happen. He was appointed to intimidate Trump, to get
This
so
is so
many
weird.
indictments.
look at him in the mirror. Look how crazy and fucking insane he looks. He's just walking around with his fucking phone. I mean, like, he is angry. He is seething right now. It's like, I'm surprised his glasses aren't fogged up, man. I'm like, how angry he is with steam just rising off of him. He looks completely batshit back here. What the fuck? You know, like his wife or somebody like walked in the room and was like, hey, oh, okay, he's crying on the internet again. I guess I'll come back in a minute.
That they can offer Trump a plea deal to get out of the race. That is voter intimidation. That is the only goal they have. They will never put Donald Trump.
Dude, he should not. He should have no right to be in the race. He was like, he's in trouble for trying to rig an election, man, to the point where people like fake electorates showed up to be like, yep, we're here to certify the winner who just happens to be, like, you can't fucking do that. That is attempting to steal an election, and then when that didn't work, when they were signing it over, basically with the vice president has to present the votes, the electoral college votes and all this and that. It's like a whole process. It's just it's just sort of like pageantry. It's not really real. We had the number. We already knew who the president was going to be. It's just pageantry that they do, and he delivers the votes into the box and all this stuff, right? And they were like, okay, attack the building where that is happening so that our cult leader can win the election.
In jail. It will never happen. I told you earlier in another live why he will be the president.
Then what are you doing?
In less than 2 years, Donald Trump will be the president.
It's so interesting because, you have all that, you don't get that we can see right through that, right, man? That you're fucking lying. I got done watching a newer video where you were saying, we're going to lose it all. We don't get this. We're going to lose it all. They got the judiciary and the entertainment and the media too. Oh my God. It's, you clearly don't think he's going to be president. You're just like, I can speak it into existence. If I say it hard enough into the camera, convincing enough, who are you trying to convince? Your audience or you?
So that's how dumb Jack Smith is. There is no right to a speedy trial. Go ahead.
Or how dumb you are, but yeah.
Google it right now. Prove your professor wrong. Don't ever believe anything I teach you. Go Google. Google. Go.
He is insanely angry right now.
Over and done with. You'll have to come back and say,
what is this place? What is happening? There's a fucking gold. What the hell is this place? Holy shit. He's got a portrait of himself over here with a gold frame. I bet you this is because he's obsessed with Trump. He's hoping that Trump will see this and be like, isn't my decorating cool? We decorated. That's one thing we got in common, you and I, our decoration skills, right? Gold, right? Yeah.
You're right. And then I'll sing, I told you so.
Is that a song?
Oh, I told you so.
Is that a worship song or something? I'm not familiar with that one.
Folks, don't let Jack the Ripper scare you.
Jack the Ripper. He's gone through every Jack he can think of, Pretty soon it's gonna be like, yeah, and he probably said all the rum is gone too, like Jack Sparrow, alcoholic. That's Jack Smith, Jack Sparrow Smith. Am I right?
Anybody that gets up and says, we're going to press for the right to a speedy trial. You just told me everything I needed to know about you. You're a dummy.
What? Sit still, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so
y'all need to quit letting
and clean your fucking kitchen, dude.
Get in your head. Because when the indictments are over, the trials begin. And on every step of every courthouse that Donald Trump goes to, that will become a rally for him. On every step, in every courthouse. Ladies and gentlemen, the right
there
to
it is.
contest, that will become a rally for him. On every step, in every courthouse. Ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that shit. He's got a portrait of him sitting and smiling in his office with it looks like some American. It's a picture within a picture. It's a meta picture right there. He's in front of some kind of American painting, you know what I mean? Of the founding fathers or some shit. It looks like, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the first Last Supper or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, it just looks completely
For
insane.
the right to contest an
Gold
election.
drapes. What is this? This guy's house is fucking insane, dude. What is this thing up here? So, okay, can you make it so that we have like gold just stuff just above doors? Can we do that? Just nail in the gold things above the door. I want all the doors to, be labeled with gold. Fucking what, man?
Is a
Weird.
right. Donald Trump contested
He is
the
pacing.
election. That has never been illegal. It's happened. The Democrats have contested. Stacey Abrams just contested an election.
Now he's back in the kitchen. He's
What do you think Al Gore did?
He's literally pacing through his house. This is insane.
What do you think? Contest the election. That's not overthrowing the government. That is showing the full power of the government, that you have the right to do that.
So now he's on to acting like they didn't have fake electorates and stuff show up and didn't call Georgia, the governor of Georgia, to be like, hey, I need you to find the exact number that it would require for me to win. Just find them. Just find them I don't know, look under the chairs. Look under your chairs. Maybe out of some kind of copy machine where you can just make them look like, just do it. Just find them. Okay. That's not just contesting the election. Like you can contest an election when it's close enough. And they did. And they recounted. And they recounted the recount. And they recounted the recounted recount. And still fucking lost every time. And the ironic part is he kept losing by more and more. Like the better they got at counting them and more thorough they got at counting them, the more he lost by. It was hilarious.
What prosecutor would get up, thank you, Frida, and say we're going to press for the right to a speedy trial, but you don't have a right to?
Frida comes in the room and is like, here's the pie that I baked, and just sets it down. Thank you, Frida. Yelling at people on the phone right now. Okay, so just set it down. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's good. I'll eat it in a little bit. Love pot pie. All right.
I mean, my God, you got dumb and then you got dumb. You got dumb and then you got dumb.
Yeah, with the enunciating the B. Is that what you're doing here?
and Jack is dumb, like dumb, dumb.
Yeah, you don't sound like you're completely losing your mind at all right now. I'm just repeating the word dumb. You got it. No, you're making solid points here.
Dumb.
You just said it
Ladies
again.
and gentlemen, please, I beg you. 2 years ago, many of you were convinced that Donald Trump wouldn't make it this far. You allowed them to tell you. Do you not remember hearing on your news for 2 years he would never return? Does anybody remember hearing he would definitely not be the nominee?
Yeah, I mean, usually when people try to take over the government and send an angry mob of crazy people to stop a judicial process, yeah, they tend to not get second chances too frequently. Except that Trump is fucking whatever, he's Trump. He's just allowed to wiggle out of everything because he has a cult with powerful people in high places.
Do you not remember Mike Pence looked you in the eyes and promised you that you will have better choices this year? This time, he will not be the nominee. That's
Rudy Giuliani. Is that Rudy? Laura's, I know I'm getting more into the background, but oh my God, this place is insane looking, dude. Okay, so is this like a mock fireplace? Is that what that is? Is that what I'm seeing here? And then with gold shit all over it. And then that's where their TV is, just surrounded by fucking gold. This is so weird.
Anybody remember? And you believed it. But yet I told you, he will return in 20.
I would not be the least bit surprised if it was if that is, I can't tell. He's kind of far back, but if it was Rudy Giuliani, he just starts taking off his shirt. It's just doing just some crazy thing in the background. Wait, what is happening? It's it's Rudy. Rudy's on TV. Oh, Rudy.
2024, not a day before. I always told you that those rabbit holes y'all were jumping in with the military and the New Republic and all of that, I told you that would go nowhere, and it didn't. I told you JFK Jr. wouldn't bring him back.
It didn't go nowhere. If it didn't go nowhere, then it went something. Never mind.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. wouldn't
No,
bring him back, and Elvis wouldn't bring him back. I've told you all along, stay right here in the
Elvis.
truth, and we will win in the end. Ladies and gentlemen, every indictment
This dude
is one
amazing.
step closer.
What the fuck is that? Do they have like a weird looking doll with like a circle mouth? Like a duck face? I don't know what's happening. What is that thing? That is fucking terrifying.
To the truth being revealed. And I want to assure you, at these trials, Donald Trump, for the first time,
Clean your kitchen before you're gonna just show it in a shot like this, man. Like clean up a little bit, man. What is happening here? Jeez Louise.
will have subpoena power to get voting records, to
They're
get
just
any.
slamming in. I'm so sorry. I keep on. They're just slamming in art, like just where just all over the place, just like packing it in with art. Like, where are we gonna put the rest of the pictures? Well, kitchen, I guess. I don't find shit. I mean, I guess they can go on top of the car. I don't know, man. That fucking
Anything his lawyers need to prove his innocence. Did you hear what I just told you? He's never had subpoena power. These trials,
this guy isn't. He is
I
losing
promise
it.
they are going to turn for our good. And when our president, if he is convicted, our president will appeal to the next court and remain free while that appeal is going on.
Yes, we
Then
understand the
another
appeals
appeal,
process.
then another appeal.
Yeah,
I
we get
am
it.
calling on patriots everywhere to
And he'll be running from the law for basically the rest of his life. That's what's so awesome about this. He can either pay the penalty for the crimes or keep on appealing and running from everything and wasting all of his money trying to keep himself out of jail.
stand guard over your emotions. Know that God's man
God's a
is
man.
on the rise.
Weird.
And there is nothing one devil in hell can.
How do they not get that? That sounds insane. That you're calling him God's man. Like, isn't that Jesus? Like, isn't Jesus God's man? I don't,
Dude,
fucking
stop it
what?
by the name of Jack the Ripper Smith. Because I've come to tell you, Jack, that beanstalk you're standing on, sir, when it gets cut down, oh, you're going to have a great fall, sir. God's man never loses. When God's hand is on a man, every enemy in hell can come against him. At the end, he'll still be standing while they're all off saying.
It's so crazy that they're like, God's hand is on the man who's accused of like a million crimes. What the fuck? Like, why are you? It's so weird that you're like, yeah, this is the one, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, once as president, and all these crazy crimes. God wanted them. He wanted those crimes, because they're actually not crimes. Your face is crimes. That is like,
Whatever
fucking
they
what?
want to say.
This is insane.
Know who you are. Know that God's got this. And you need to stand up where you are today and declare by faith, take your authority and declare that Donald Trump is protected by the angelic forces of heaven, that Donald Trump has defeated.
I love, like, he starts with like this, getting what what Jack Smith said wrong completely. And then is like, yeah, he's dumb. He's a bad prosecutor. Yeah. And then now he's like out of legal jargon to like appeal to. So now he's just like, and magic is going to protect him too. Magic too. Don't you forget about the magic, the angels, that's
Every attack. Do y'all not remember when he was being impeached and I told you that he would never be convicted? While he was being impeached, do you know why? Impeachment means
because you had the Senate because of that thing.
nothing. Indictments mean nothing. The only thing that means
That's not
anything
true.
is a conviction at the third court, Supreme Court, because you can appeal your way up, darling, all the way to the highest court in the land. So that's how dumb Jack Smith is. He thinks he has a right to a speedy trial. Now
Never
go
seen that.
Google and find out if the
That
prosecutor
he didn't actually say that. That's what you'd find out.
has a right to a speedy trial.
And-
When you see he doesn't,
Oh, his phone's ringing. He's getting texts while he's doing.
you can tell your neighbors, I told you so.
What is this
Oh, I
song?
told you so.
Is this a?
Ladies,
Oh man, there would be some like end times revelation song about Christians being like, "I told you so," while everybody's like being tortured to death and they're up in heaven, like, "I told you so." Like there would totally be a worship song like that these people would just love. You know, they really love thinking about other people being like the people that they disagree with or people that don't believe their religion being harmed in some kind of way and then being like, I told you. I thought I told you. They love that.
ladies and gentlemen, declare the will of God on earth as it is in heaven. Declare it with your mouth, believe it, and then fight for it.
What is this, The Secret? What do you do?
Y'all have allowed these dummies to intimidate you, but I hear the Lord said, who is
I
this
love
that
this.
defies the army of the living God? Who does Jack Smith, Jack,
Which one? Which one you going?
remember Jack, be
Oh,
quick?
there you go. The candlestick.
Jack jumped over the candlestick
Good.
and got his butt burnt. And that's what's going to happen to Jack. Jack, you do not have a right to.
Boy, you just knew all the Jacks, man. This is great. You know, why don't you do something with Apple, like Apple Jacks? You know, and you can eat them like Apple Jacks or something. You know, I don't know. I mean, I'm just giving you ideas here.
Speedy
Okay.
trial. Again, that's only from an humble neighborhood
It's so
professor.
stupid.
Over a
A non-professor. Yeah, not a professor. You just anyway.
satirical college.
So not a college.
But I promise you, I'm right. You would have thought that he would have never said something.
You do that an awful lot, don't you? You're just like, I promise you though. I can promise that I'm right. I can do that. All right. Forget like trying to demonstrate anything. Like I can't do anything like that. But I can promise it though.
Something so stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my fellow patriots, we're
God, they're
almost to the
insane.
finish line. If you do not get your faith level up, you will be intimidated. I have never been intimidated
No, you see.
because
Yeah, you sound completely rational, not like losing your mind or anything. That's, you were totally not intimidated, freaking out and pacing around your house right now. That's what you're not doing. Yeah.
know how this story ends. God bless you.
You too,
Tomorrow
buddy.
night, 8 Central.
Take a Valium. All right. Relax. Maybe take a hot bath. I don't know. Do what Christians are allowed to do to just fucking relax, bro. Holy Lord God, Jesus Christ. This dude is losing it. It's so funny though. Oh, it's too fucking funny. Oh man. So, and if you want to lose it in a good way, I have no idea what that could even relate to, but go to adamandeve.com and enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item, 3 free gifts, 6 free movies, and free shipping on the entire order. Just go to adamandeve.com. It's awesome. They have all sorts of stuff. I mean, just things that you wouldn't even think of, pleasures that you didn't even know existed. And they got them by the truckload that can deliver to your house in a very discreet way too, by the way. It's not like everybody, the guy walking up with the package is like, there's some sex toy, I got some sex toys, but nope, nobody knows. Okay. As far as they can tell, it's just a box from Amazon. Okay. Even if you're in the same house, it's discreet. So, if you're in the same house, I don't know why you'd need it to be discreet, but it is either way. Okay. So just go to Adam and Eve.